welcome or welcome back to the channel. My name is Daniela, for those of you that don't know, and thank you for joining me in my space. So today we're going to do a quick love collective reading. We'll just see what wants to come forward. I'm already getting in the energy, so if you want to just skip ahead, feel free to do so, but I do invite you to ground and set an attention on what you're hoping comes out in this reading. But of course, if you're drawn to the thumbnail or the title of this reading, then this most likely is for you. So I have 3 decks ahead of me. I have the Romance Angels and the Sexy Tarot and the Allentine Wellness. So I'll try to remember to not show the sexy cards too much. All right, so what needs to come forward for this collective spirit? Okay. Oh, we're starting this right at 111. Ooh, we have true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. Oh my gosh. I'm feeling the 4 of Wands with this energy. So yeah, I feel like if you're talking to somebody right now, or you could be meeting somebody, but I feel like for some of you, this is someone you're already talking to, but this is a very promising sign. I feel like you make this person really nervous. I don't know why. I just sense that right now. Yeah. I feel like they get really nervous around you. Like it's like this could be somebody who's really like confident, stoic. Maybe they have like an intimidating demeanor, but something about your energy makes them nervous. It's the romance of a lifetime. This person wants to protect you too. I'm being drawn to what this guy is wearing. I hope you guys can see it. But yeah, is that like a gladiator or a knight of some kind? But I feel that Cupid is bringing this connection together. Okay, he's back here hiding. But yeah, this is the romance of a lifetime. So I feel like this could essentially be the one. Okay, with this true love coming out, let's feed the Delulu and say that. But yeah, I do feel like this person definitely has the potential to be the one for you. This is someone who's going to embrace you with open arms, someone who you can like be soft with and kind of just like fall into their arms. Okay, this is someone who, when you have a bad day, they'll be there for you. Okay, because I feel like some of you in the past could have had bad days and your past partner should not be there for you, but this person will be there for you. This is beautiful energy. Let's see what else. Oh, okay, we have Love Call, Ascending, and Mask. I kind of wanted to say that this person could have a little bit of a poker face. So I feel like at first this person's not going to show how they really feel about you. Okay, they might hide their feelings. They might pretend that they don't feel as deeply as they do. Yeah, they might even gaslight you a little bit. I don't really like that though. I think at first they're not going to gaslight you. They're going to gaslight themselves. They're going to maybe talk themselves out of how they really feel about you, but they feel deeply for you. Okay, we have Love Call. Someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. So once they do get out of their head about their feelings for you, they're going to express this to you. But they have to ascend from this lower vibration of hiding who they really are and ascend to their true essence, okay? This says transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase, preparing for union. Exactly. So this person's going to have to transcend obstacles that are currently holding them back from really accepting this connection into their life, okay? Whereas for you, knowing that this person could be the one or that this is true love, it's going to make you feel good, right? You're going to be excited. You're going to feel all giddy. But whereas for this person, that kind of scares them a little bit to think that they've met the one already. Maybe they weren't expecting it to happen for them ever, or just as suddenly as it's happened. Let's see what else we get with the tarot. Okay, let's see. What is the energy between this connection? Ooh, we have the King of Swords. Yeah, this person is really stoic, incredibly intelligent though, with the King of Swords, okay? Yeah, this is someone who doesn't express their feelings. Like they have a really rough demeanor is what I'm feeling, but it's a mask, it's a facade, okay? They wear this out of protection. Yeah, I feel like this person's like really logical and structured. I think they grew up in a household where that was what was instilled in them, to be a little bit more rough around the edges, okay? So to show this softer side of their feelings to you, it's going to be really difficult for them, but they're going to be able to do it, okay? Yeah, I feel like they had like a stoic mother and that rubbed off on them. Because usually the mother is the one that's supposed to be softer, right? But I think for them, their mother was the one that was a little bit more rough around the edges. Their mother could be like a Queen of Swords energy, so they didn't really grow up with that tenderness and softness that a mother should radiate to their child. They may express this to you down the line, not right away though. What else? Yeah, the Ten of Pentacles. But they see this with you 100%. This is how they see you, okay? They want to bask in your glory. They want to enjoy life's pleasures with you. They want to wine and dine you. They want to give you the world. This person, when they do decide that they want to build something with someone, it's definitely like a long-lasting connection. They don't feel this way with just anybody. So when they do feel that, it's the real deal. So you can trust that as well. That when they're coming forward or making romantic gestures towards you, it's because they thought about this for a long time. And they don't do that with just anybody unless there's potential. And they definitely see potential with you. But with the Ten of Pentacles, it's definitely a slower moving energy. So they want to build something stable. They want to build from the ground up instead of rushing into things. Especially if they're very careful with their emotions. Yeah, Temperance, exactly. So very slow moving energy, but it's going to pay off very nicely. Okay, you're going to be able to enjoy the fruits of your labors together. But it's going to be a slow burn, which has been really popular in the collective. I'm not sure why, but I feel like the collective right now is meant to experience a slow burn love instead of something that rushes quickly. Okay, but I feel that if you are dealing with the masculine who is more rough around the edges, something about their evolution of the soul right now is asking them to be more soft and tender, and that's part of them transcending those obstacles that we saw in this card here with ascending. That's part of their ascension, is to be more soft. It's to not be afraid of showing that other side to them, because it's there, okay? Yeah, the Fool. In order for this person to make a move towards you, they're going to have to take a leap of faith. They're going to have to take a risk. And they definitely see love as a risk, 100%. Yeah, they see marriage as a risk too, especially if this person's really successful in the material world. Okay, if they built their own life from nothing, they don't want someone to come in and take that from them, right? Divorce can get messy, is what I'm hearing. So I'm not sure if this person is divorced or if they've been married already. Maybe they married somebody who wanted them for their money, or when they did divorce, that got messy really quickly. Maybe this person came after their assets. But whatever the case is, this person definitely thinks about the long term and the risks that can come long term. Okay, so if they decide to pursue a marriage with you, it's because they really thought about it. They see you as a risk worth taking. Not to say that they're essentially waiting for this to burn and crash, not at all, but they at least want to see where this can go with you. They don't think that it'll burn and crash, but if that is something that would happen, they would at least feel good that they tried with you. Okay, but again, they're not thinking negatively like that. They're not thinking negatively like that. They're just really realistic. They're just thinking, okay, well, if I am gonna try to go all the way with this person, I at least have to think of what could go wrong too. Okay, they weigh the pros and cons really well. I feel like this person is really strategic, or statistical in their thinking, okay? Like they definitely think of like probability and what's that other word? I don't know. I was not good with stats. Okay. But I don't know. This person could be like an accountant or something, but they definitely weigh the pros and cons in a methodical way. Okay. Um, Chance and probability. There we go. So they weigh out the options that way in their mind. They're very logical. I feel like they're a calculator in their head, like a computer in their head. So they definitely see that this connection, if they are going to take the chance to be with you, they at least want it to be worth the risk. Okay. This person could be nerdy, but it's like a cute nerdy. Yeah. Oh yeah, King of Pentacles, exactly. So very stoic, very guarded energy that I'm feeling from this person. King of Pentacles, King of Swords, those are like the least emotional kings out of the four. So you could be dealing with someone who's going to be a Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, or a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or have that in their chart. Doesn't have to be the case, of course. But yeah, this person's really successful. Again, they've built their life from the ground up, and they don't want someone to come in and take that from them. They are a provider, they are a protector, but they're very choosy about who they are going to invest that time and energy into, or into who they decide to do that with. Into their home is what I'm feeling. This person is really particular about who they let into their home too. It's their sanctuary, it's their safe space. They don't let just anybody in their home. They don't. And they could be like a really clean person, and you're gonna like that about them. Like shoes off for sure in the household. Bougie too is what I'm feeling like. They're bougie. They enjoy the finer things of life. So they could drive a nice car, they could have a nice home, they could have nice furnishings. And it's not that they're materialistic, although they could be, of course, with the King of Pentacles, but it's not that that's all that they go for. They also want to connect on a soul level, okay? And they're just waiting to share that with the right person. And then they meet you and they feel a little guarded. They're like, oh shit, I was not expecting that. I feel like this person, what they're dreaming and hoping for is someone like you, but then you show up in their life and it makes them freak out because they're like, oh, like I didn't think this was actually going to happen. I think this person was more comfortable living in the idea of someone like you entering their life, or the fantasy of that happening. I think they almost saw that as a dream, not a reality. And now that it's become a reality, they're a little bit guarded there with that mask card that we got. Okay, that's why they gaslight themselves out of really feeling their emotions for you. But when they can get out of that, which they will, because they are going to ascend from that, okay? But once they get out of that energy, they're going towards you 100%. Ooh, and then we have High Priestess. So this is your energy. So you could be really witchy, spiritual, mystical. And I feel like you see right through them, and that freaks this person out, but they're also intrigued by that. They love that. I feel like they want someone who can read their mind almost because of how guarded they are. I feel like it's hard for this person to express their feelings and their emotions. So when they meet someone like you, they feel like they don't have to say much. They feel that you have a telepathic connection with each other, and it's beautiful. You read them like a book, is what I'm hearing. And you see right through them, you cut through the bullshit, and they really like that about you. You're someone who's very honest, has integrity, and what you say is what you mean. You're not a wishy-washy person. You do not beat around the bush. You're very honest. But you also keep your cards close. So this person also sees that you don't let anyone into your space, or you don't let, oh my God, excuse me, you don't just let anyone into your space. You're very selective with your time and energy too. They also feel a very deep spiritual connection with you, whether they realize it or not. Okay, but they feel that there's something very mystical about you, something very alluring about you. And they're enticed, they're intrigued, they want to know more, but it also freaks them out a little bit. Yeah, you could be a cat person too, okay? You can embody the energy of a cat too. So again, you're very picky and selective with your time. Very regal though. And you can have like an RBF, a resting bitch face, if you don't know what that means. But it's not that you are a bitch or anything like that. You're actually very soft on the inside, but you have this demeanor that's intimidating, but it's just because that's how you look, and it's also how you protect yourself, and it's also how you kind of filter out people who don't vibe with you, right? So people who are scared of you, let's say, you're just weeding out the weak ones. And they see this about you. And they feel touched that you like them. They feel special that you like them. They also feel like, really, me? Why me? Yeah, I think this person like second guesses themselves with you, and that could freak them out too. It's like I think they're always in control, but with you they don't feel in control. But that's something they have to work through, and it has nothing to do with you, so don't worry about that. Okay, let's see what else. Oh, this is beautiful. Ace of Cups. Yeah, so there's love there, there's emotions. The emotions run deep and it's mutual. Okay, so again, if you're ever like questioning whether this person has feelings for you or not, they do. They just don't know what to do with the feelings that they have for you. It's new for them to feel this way. It's new for them, and they're just trying to work through that. But once they work through it, which they will, once they work through that, they're going to be able to express their feelings for you and prepare for this union. Prepare for this new phase also of taking the mask off, essentially, okay? Because they're wearing a mask out of protection. But once they see that they can really trust you and that you're genuine with your feelings and you're being sincere, once they see that, they're going to take the mask off. And you don't have to do anything to prove to this person, not at all. Spirit doesn't want you to like bend over backwards and jump through hurdles to get this person to notice you or to convince this person to trust you. You shouldn't need to do that at all. This person will come to that conclusion on their own. Just keep being you. If you feel like you're overexerting yourself, stop, is what I'm hearing. Stop, don't do that. Because the love is real, the love is mutual. They have to come to their conclusions on their own. Don't do it for them. Yeah, this person's gonna love you so deeply. I feel like it feels really tender. It's just like this person's gonna they admire you so much. They're gonna love you so much because you were patient with them, because you saw through them when others didn't. I feel like other people like give up on them easily. Other people didn't have the patience with them. Other people didn't put in the effort the way that you did, and other people just simply didn't make them feel the way that you do. And with you, it's different, but because this is an everlasting connection, right? This is the one. This is the true love. Okay, final messages for this collective. Oh, the Three of Swords. Okay, so with the Three of Swords, try not to get in your head about this connection, okay? Try not to self-sabotage and think negative thoughts about this connection, because there's a lot being worked on behind the scenes. You don't need to worry about it too much, okay? Yeah, with the Three of Swords too, I do feel like this is coming through as a confirmation that... Wait, hold on 1 second. It wasn't this reading. Never mind. But it's reminding me of another reading that I did, so this is coming up for a reason. But I do feel like this person, the reason they wear a mask, it's because it's how they protect themselves. They've been heartbroken in the past. Okay, so that's the only reason why they're a little bit scared about opening up, because they've been hurt. But you've been hurt too. But this is coming through as a message to just not jump to conclusions about this connection before it's even started. Like, give this person a chance before they can disappoint you, is essentially what I'm feeling here, okay? There is going to be some disappointment, but don't think that it's the end of this connection for that. And I think this person will disappoint you when you feel like they're not giving you those grand gestures, but you have to remember that they're working through something. But don't get caught up on when they will work through that, okay? Let's see, what's a final message from the romance angels, knowing this information? Yeah, chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. So there's enough chemistry to keep this connection alive regardless of what happens, okay? You will be able to move forward together. Honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. This reminds me of the Six of Swords too. So I feel like you'll both be able to move forward once this person is able to take off the mask. Okay, but again, don't wait around or don't like self-sabotage or get in your head about them taking off the mask. Let it happen naturally, let it unfold naturally, but have faith in it. Okay? So this is what I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it resonated with you. If it did, please give this video a thumbs up. Share and subscribe if you haven't already. If you would like a personal reading and get a little bit deeper on your love connections or simply something about you, please look at my description box for all that information. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in your next reading. Bye.